So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to your favorite channel, Yoleno TV. Now, today we'd like to go again to this issue of Supreme Court. Over the weekend, especially from 9th, there was an attack on the Supreme Court again. And this was, first of all, the first person who did this attack was Orengo. When Orengo talked about him not having satisfied about the ruling and that the way the ruling was handed over to them was pretty belittling. That is what Orengo meant. And then we saw MARTHA KOOME also go to the press and say that he was heading to the East African courts so that he can seek correct clarification on whether the judgment that was issued to them was correct and justifiable. So before we delve into that, ladies and gentlemen, please let me urge you, first-time viewer, to subscribe to our channel. If you're a regular viewer who's not subscribed, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. So let's go straight to this statement that was issued by the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court has issued a strong warning to Kenyans and people trying to talk ill about that judgment, and that there are 21 days that have been assured to the Supreme Court for them to provide a complete judgment. So this is a specific reference of MARTHA KOOME's statement. This is what MARTHA KOOME said. There is nowhere else we can go to argue on presidential election results, but we can take the case to another place to understand if it is true our court gave us justice. That's from MARTHA KOOME. Omtata said something. Okia Omtata, I request that the Supreme Court judge who wrote the judgment shapes up. Dismissing the petitions was enough. When you insult one party, it means you are with the other party. That was Okia Omtata's statement. And then in a quick rejoinder, the court decided to hit back and said, the court has 7 judges who are independent and highly respectful of each other as equals. A unanimous judgment is a collective decision made by the court and by not an individual. That was a response from the courts directly, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I read to you a statement by MARTHA KOOME seeking justice from the East African courts. I read to you a statement by Okia Omtata when Okia Omtata says that it was simple to just for the court to just say that we've dismissed the petition, but it was not proper for them to use abusive language. That is not me saying, but the Okia Omtata statement has those details. So what does that mean? It simply means that the petitioners are not happy, were not happy with the verdict, but again, the Supreme Court has come out guns blazing, warning each and every Kenyan who is trying to attack the courts of dire consequences. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is not me. I'm just conveying a message from the Supreme Court directly. So what are the repercussions of these threats and the counter threats? It simply means this, that we should now prepare ourselves for a nation where citizens will be gagged. You cannot be free to air out what you think. Your public opinion will not matter going forward. You saw a scenario of media being gagged. Now we are looking at, we are staring at a scenario of the citizens being gagged, that you cannot talk about an issue that you feel aggrieved about. Kindly, do you think that's proper for our nation? Do you think that is what our nation, our forefathers of our nation have always wished for us to have? So the allegations of Smoking Wanjala, the allegations of Philomena Mwilu about them resigning, according to the Supreme Court, the information from the Supreme Court is that these are baseless and unfounded allegations which are only meant to taint the image of the Supreme Court. So what the court is trying to tell us is that Smoking Wanjala and Justice and Deputy President of the Supreme Court, Philomena Mwilu, are still part and parcel of the 7 bench judges, and none of them has resigned, and that the document that has been circulating online is fake, and that, by the way, as a matter of fact, that document was stamped as fake. It's fake news. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is now where the direction of our nation is heading towards to. The people are not happy with the courts. That's been communicated, and we are aware of that. But then, take a look at this. Do you think that judgment was fairly handed over to the petitioners? Of course, the petitioners failed in their quest to nullify the election of William Samoei Ruto, the president-elect. They had all the right to do that. But then the problem that I think the petitioners have with the Supreme Court is how that verdict was delivered. It was a belittling kind of thing, according to what they say, because there could have been a better way of, providing that judgment. So Okiya Mutata's concern was attributed to the language the court used in dismissing the 9 issues that were raised in the 7 consolidated petitions. That is what I was saying. According to the activist and politician, the language used in the judgment is synonymous to the one used by a particular male judge in his judicial declarations. That's the concern of Okiya Omtata. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you share the opinion by Okiya Omtata and Martha Karua that the way this matter was handled was 1, belittling, 2, was way below standards? Do you think so? I don't know. I'm just conveying what I think, but do you think that's the case? If you do, please take a moment and give us your opinion below the comment section there. We would like to read what you feel or what you think about it. And as sure, I'll go through all those comments and respond to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel if you're a first-time viewer, because I'd like to wind up there. And we are heading to the inauguration, and I think the whole country is waiting for this moment. Take a moment and subscribe to our channel if you're a first-time viewer. If you're a regular viewer, as usual, please subscribe if you are not subscribed previously, and please give us a like. You can hit the notification bell so that every time we upload a video such as this one, you'll always become the first person to get notified. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to wind up there, and please stay safe and stay blessed until we meet again for other analysis.